Hi, everybody. Welcome to Quarantine Kisses, episode 12, and the third and finale chapter of Joel. Last we saw them, they were in a restaurant, and Joel was shoving his cell phone into Merle's face, telling his daughter how much she looked like Susan Sarandon. I'd finished my first glass and was dying for another glass of wine. Should we get the shrimp appetizer, I said. Sure, whatever you want, Susan. And we'll have dinner. I waved the waitress over and begged her for Pinot Grigio, pronto. She came back, and as she put the glass down, I reached for it, knocking it all over the table and onto the floor. Luckily, I caught the glass, and my pants were spared, so I wouldn't spend the night smelling like the wino that I was. I wanted to lap up the wine puddle that had formed on the table, but asked Michelle Williams for another glass instead. "I'm so sorry," said the waitress. No, that was my fault," I said. "You too. Cut it out already. Get her another wine. I'm a big spender." By the time I finished the second glass, I'd heard a whole lot of Joel's story, and he'd not heard a lot of mine. I tried to interject, but Joel was a man who either couldn't shut up or hadn't talked to anyone in a really long time. He wasn't a bad guy, just a little talkative. "That was delicious," said Joel. "I'll come back next time. I want to eat inside a sauna." "Let's go get some dessert," Joel said. "Sure," I said. I was finally drunk. I was feeling devil-may-care. I didn't care what I did. Joel paid the check. Sweet. And we went out into the steaming street. I walked carefully so as not to betray my tipsy state. "That place has delicious ice cream," I said, pointing to the hipster organic ice cream spot. "Sounds good," said Joel. It sounded good until we got inside, because once there, Joel's forehead mopping and throat petting began, and we had to leave because there was no freaking air conditioning. "Okay, last stop," I said, as I pulled him inside a velvet-curtained Ukrainian cafe that had an air-cooled sign in the window. We sat down, and a guy of indeterminate European origin handed us menus. "Just having dessert," I slurred. "No problem," he said. "Our cheesecake is delicious. Some of the best in all of New York." "Oh, that's it. We're having cheesecake," said Joel, closing the menu. "Does it have strawberries?" "It's plain." Joel nodded his assent and then noticed a couple of young girls sitting at the next table. "Hello," he said. "Girls, I want to ask you something," he said. "Okay." They looked at each other. "Who does she look like?" He lifted his hand in my direction. Oh my God. I thought this was over. What the hell was this obsession? Sorry, I have no idea," said the blonde. "Well, is it like an actress or like an Instagram person or what?" said her friend. "I'll tell you. Susan Sarandon. The actress, Susan Sarandon, right?" Susan who? Sorry, I don't know who you mean," said the blonde. "Oh, come on, Bull Durham, Thelma Louise." Joel was practically yelling. As if on cue, Eurowaiter delivered the cheesecake along with 2 forks, distracting Joel from his rant. "Eat, Joel," I ordered. "Don't worry, girls. No one knows who Susan Sarandon is, and I look nothing like her. I don't know why he's so into this." I smiled as though we were a couple, and that after all these years, I still didn't understand that crazy man of mine. I pushed my fork through the cheesecake, breaking off a big hunk. "Good, huh?" said Joel with a full mouth. "Yes, it is." Okay, enough is enough, I thought. The fat content had slightly sobered me up, and I decided I was ready to pedal away from the night and the Joelster. After devouring his share of the cheesecake slice, Joel paid up, said goodbye to the girls, and walked me to the bike dock. "I had a great time, Merle, and would love to see you again," he said, keeping his distance. He didn't move in for the kiss. Bless you, Miss Universe. "I had a good time, too. And thanks for dinner," I said. "So, can I see you again?" His face looked like an awkward teen's. I patted his arm and said, "Let's see how things go." He looked slightly wounded, but I ignored it and pedaled off into the muggy darkness. I wondered what Gregory was up to and hoped I wouldn't pick up the phone to find out.